Start the new year right during the Xfinity Hello 2021 sales event. For a limited time, get Xfinity Internet and mobile together for only $35 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement, and mobile with our 1 gig wireless data option. Plus, get $250 back. This sale ends soon, so visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Internet offer requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 1/11/21. Restrictions apply. New performance starter plus internet customers only. Equipment taxes, regulatory recovery, and other fees extra and subject to change. After term regular rates apply.
If you look around, you'll see the world can be pretty smart. Okay, very smart. At Capella University, we think education should be smart too. That's why we're reshaping online learning with our FlexPath format. You can set your own deadlines, take classes at your own pace, even leverage your previous experience to move faster. So when it comes to earning your bachelor's degree, you know what kind of choice to make. A smart one. Visit capella.edu to learn more. Capella University. Don't just learn, learn smarter.
This is the In This League Fantasy Podcast Network. In This League Fantasy Baseball Podcast. Online at inthisleague.com. Subscribe to the show on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. Interact and follow the show on Twitter at InThisLeaguePod. Now, here's your hosts, Bogman and the Welsh.
Welcome, friends, to the In This League Fantasy Baseball Podcast with your favorites. It's Bogman, it's Welsh, it is ITL, and today we got a big dog for you, ranks analysis. We are going to take Yahoo, we're going to take ESPN, Fantrax, Fantasy Pros. We're going to pit them all against each other. We're going to tell you all the trends, where you can get the values, what you can take advantage of on each site. It is one of the best episodes we do. I promise you that. This episode of In This League is supported by your balls. Your nuts called us. They went beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Hello, In This League. We've got a problem. And Bogman said, don't worry. We're coming to your rescue. Your balls need help, and Manscaped has got your back, and ITL has got your back. Promo code ITLMLB is going to get you 20% off and free shipping to get the most trusted men's shaver in all of the land, trusted by over 200 million men worldwide. Make it like 2 million and another 100. Let's do that, ITL. Join the movement for all your below-the-waist grooming needs. Get the Lawnmower 3.0, which is a hilarious name still. It's a badass kit that you can get. Your balls will thank you. They literally called us and told us we can confirm. Do it today. ITL MLB is a promo code. Go to manscaped.com. 20% off with free shipping. Go right now. Hello, Bogman. How are your nuts?
They're nice and smooth.
I don't know.
So.
I'm good. I was just.
You don't want the play-by-play? You don't want the weather report here? So
no. I'm good. I have imagination, and I don't want to go there. I don't really want to go there. We have had
more dry than Texas is, so that's nice.
You're like legit going too now. I hate it.
Yeah. That I'm going to Texas.
Well, like it's getting like you keep talking like we didn't talk about it for 6 months because you had some very personal stuff going on in your life. But now you're kind of like every time we talk, you're like. Yeehaw, everybody! Hey, look at me. It's Cowboy Bogman going to ride some doggies. I'm going to get on down to Texas. I'm going to get some chewing tobacco.
I mean, there's still no official plan, and it's
that is how you call when you call me. That is what he goes. He goes, yeehaw, Welsh, it's Bogman. Yeehaw, he also tells me that when he calls, he says it's Bogman. You always say, hey, it's Bogman, because I wouldn't know because of your really good Texas voice. Do it again.
Yeah, we going to Texas, boy.
What are you going to do there in Tejas, Texas, Bogman?
Eat a lot of Whataburger. I know that, and barbecue.
You're going to eat so much barbecue. You might have to have a bar. I mean, it's very tropey. I'll say you should have barbecue podcast, but there's probably like 300 inside of.
No, thanks. I don't even cook that much either. But I tell you who does, though. Our boy Chad E is coming up, from Tucson to watch a game with us here.
Yes.
And he's putting together like care packages, and he says to me, which one of these smoked meats would you like?
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to have brisket on the way when we have that game too. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, we actually have.
When's our new game now? Okay. Is it the same game? Did we switch days? What is it?
I'm so stupid. Last week I was like, we're going. This is dumb Welsh. Weehaw! We're going to go to a game next week. I was like, we're going next week. We were never going next week. It was the week after. My times are all screwed up. So the spring training stuff is really wild still. They cancel. As you know, they canceled all games everywhere to just redo it. And It's limited capacity, like 20-something% everywhere. Essentially 2,200 tickets to where we're going, Salt River Fields. So the tickets open up. I completely forget about the presale. 15 minutes left in the presale. I go, oh, crap. I go and I look. The game we were going to go to March 4th, already sold out except for lawn. Little tidbit, I'm not that much of mud people. I can't sit on the lawn. Can't do it.
Oh, I would rather not go.
I would rather not go. And I know we have so many good friends that love lawn, and that's okay. But I'm civilized.
They also love lamb.
Yeah, I'm civilized, and I want a chair that potentially has blocking of sun and close to things. I would never sit on the lawn, except doing a podcast with you.
Right. Yeah.
That's our little elitist thing. Like, you can judge us. It's totally okay. If you feel a little bit mad about that, it's fine. It's totally cool. So that game.
Well, you can sit on the lawn, but if you're sitting on the lawn, you have to admit to yourself, you're there for the surroundings. You're not there to watch the game.
You're not there to watch the game. Like, it's now, if like when my kid was like 3 or 4, I could justify going on the lawn with him. That would make sense.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm going with my buddies, like, no, I want to watch baseball. I don't need to get skin cancer and be passed out on the grass. Like, that's okay. So that game was completely sold out. I clicked on the Padres, and Bogman, there were good seats, and I purchased 4 tickets. That is right, 4 tickets to the Padres Diamondbacks on March 2nd. That is next Tuesday. And we're actually going to have a mini ITL meetup. 2 of our ITL listeners and friends, Chad E. and Jag, and then our boy Scott Gamble is going to be there as well. So if I don't know, I was about to say, if you happen to be there, here's another note: 24 hours, all spring training tickets sold out for the Diamondbacks. And I think the others were sold before that. So I don't think there's anything available in spring training for anybody. So if you happen to listen,
all secondary market now.
Yeah, deal with that, scum. If you want to deal with that, cool. But if you happen to be at the game, you can hit us up, and we'll be sharing on social media. We have a game.
So did you get the tickets kind of midway between where I like them and you like them, or did you just get them where you like them?
You can't get them where I like them. You can't sit close to the players. Oh, no. This is peak Bogman seat. This is like back behind home plate with shading. This is Bogman. Yeah. Bogman is all comfort. I am experience. Right. Like, that would be our, how we ride Bogman.
Yeah, I don't
Bogman's
think so.
built for comfort.
I don't think I'm all comfort. I like to sit behind the plate so I can kind of see where the ball is going. And because you just don't have the depth perception when you're sitting off to the side. So I think we like different things. You like more looking at the swing. I'm more like looking at the pitch.
Well, I do too. That's why I like the Arizona Fall League more than anything else, is because there are no seats. They're like, you can sit wherever you want. So I can get up, I can go sit right behind home plate, then I can move. I like to move around, but if I have a choice, I want to be closest to the field. We just happen to, I agree with you. I don't like the far side off seats, but sometimes I just like to sit close. But this is prime. We'll be sitting in the middle. We'll be sharing pictures 1 week from today that you are listening to this. We will be at Diamondbacks Padres, probably doing I'm going to probably do some Periscope stuff, do some live streaming. I'm taking the day off. I'm going down there early. Chad E. with his care package, which he said he's bringing me. I'm a little worried about this statement. He said some good old Tucson bourbon. And I was like, Tucson bourbon?
They make it in a toilet.
Fermented for 2 years in a crack house. I don't know. So, but hey. There's nothing better than a care package. There's nothing better than baseball. I'm in a fantastic mood because we are so close to it. Also, if you guys happen to miss it, Bogman and I both were on panels during PitchCon. Bogman on Thursday, me on Friday. Both had good ones. I was also part of, which I completely ruined, but nobody spilled the beans on it. I was part of the blind draft, I watched some of the panel. It was pretty funny. Bogman, I don't know if you watched on Saturday night. I mean, Miles, who did all the editing, completely featured me on the podcast because I had an absolute just lose my mind about Dalton Varsho. Just lost my mind about my blind drafter took Dalton Varsho in a points league in round 14. And the amount of catchers that were still on there, I was just like, no. Well, I mean, it was a best ball. So, I mean, he had some decent points about it, but I was very heavily featured in it. I made Nick shake his head because I cursed. I did ask if I could curse, and he was not happy about it, but everybody else pushed me to do it, so pre-pressure. I don't have to tell you. And then if you guys want, probably in the last 24 hours, I was on Fantasy Pros, Bogman. Fantasy
You're making the
Pros.
rounds.
I am making
You're
the
all
rounds.
over the place.
Mr. Joe Pisapia had me on hour-long. It's video. It's on the podcast. We did the top 10, breakouts of the year and some little mailbag. And Bogman didn't even know this, but he's on the Fantasy Pros schedule, I think, to come on, and he had no idea. I was like, hey, that's cool. You're going on Fantasy Pros soon. And he's like, what are you talking about? So that's what I was told.
It's fine. Joe can kind of just have free range to sign me up for most things. So
he didn't even
fine.
sign you up. Someone else did.
I don't know. Oh, someone else? Okay.
Yeah, you just got signed up in demand.
Yeah. I have no idea, but I'll be on at some point in the near future.
You're kind of a big deal. So made my Fantasy Pros debut. You can catch me and Joe on their YouTube. There's the video of it. Otherwise, you can just listen to the podcast. And there's just so much going on, man. I literally can't believe we are a week away from going to see games. And I know the people that are like in snow or in Canada or something are just so upset and mad listening to it. Live vicariously through us. We will do. I'll do a walk around the ballpark with you. We'll do some Q&A. We'll have fun. We'll have so much fun with it.
I mean, the people in Texas are more mad than the Canadians right now.
Why are they mad?
Because of all the snow they've been dealing with.
They have been, yeah. Yeah, well, good luck with that, Bugs. Go get some snow. Go, snow for you.
Yeah.
Barbecue, snow.
All this made me know is I got to get a generator. So I will definitely get one.
That's a good point. Friendos, if you guys want to support us, go to patreon.com/ITLArmy. You guys can get our ranks, top 300 redraft with positional and tiered, which is pretty cool. Got my top 500 prospects, got the dynasty. We've got the group me rooms, which are awesome. They've been so great lately, having so many great people, doing some giveaway stuff, secret shows, access to leagues that we're, if the listener leagues are going to start there. We'll probably be announcing maybe in the next episode, definitely not this one now that I realize it, doing whatever the other leagues we're going to do. And stuff like this sheet that we're going to be sharing today for ranks analysis. Bogman works very hard on this. This is something that has been his baby since we kind of started this. And like you and I used to always do the mocks together. You've kind of taken the reins on that. But this is something that we birthed and you have been the mother to. You have cared for this and taken care of it and evolved it over time. That the idea.
This year I was pretty close to giving up on it.
Yeah.
So I was pretty close to saying, you know what? This is the one that's not going to survive.
And save it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it on the
Planet
other side.
things.
Yeah, Bogman almost quit. We'll tell you why he almost quit. But if you want to check out the sheet, and it's very well done. It's literally the show sheet we're going to use, where you can see he has tabs for each site and how they're different for highs and lows, where guys are all over the place. I think it's just a cool visual. It's just we do this all the time, these perks of extra things, plus videos of the podcasts we do. There's so much stuff. So check it out, patreon.com/ITLArmy. And I think I said before, if we get to, it's literally under 20 people we need. If we get to the 600 marker on Patreon, we're going to do an entire show dedicated to roasting and talking about people's teams that they submit. Like, we'll tell you how to do it, but we'll kind of play like a little roast master on leagues. People could send in, this will be for Patreon people, they could send in like, hey, look at A-hole in the 7th spot. What do you think of his draft? And we'll go in and we'll do our thing. So that's how we roll. So check it out, patreon.com/ITLArmy. We deeply appreciate all of you guys that support us. And if it's not your thing, it's okay. Just make sure you subscribe to the podcast. We are going to get to the ranks analysis portion here in just a tiny bit, though do want to get through some news and notes. And first and foremost, we didn't talk a ton about it on Fantasy Pros, and I meant to tell Joe because it would have been a really great time, but it is still unbelievable to me. Mariners president Kevin Mather, his interview, which he talked, it was the Bellevue Rotary Club, and it was a video interview where that dude put his foot so far in his mouth. You would have thought he was Tory Lane, Bogman. You jumped on my joke. Thank you.
The Bellevue Rotary Club sounds like somewhere that's being sued because of discrimination, right? Like, doesn't sound like a real publication.
I don't know what Rotary Clubs are. What are those?
I don't know either. So
let's find out together. What is
we're both a couple poor guys. So
we belong in the grass. Let's see. What is a Rotary Club? Tell me.
I hear Rotary Club. To me, it sounds like, let's go on down to the yacht club and have our caviar and champagne.
You know how when you Google and you put like what is, and then it has that descriptor at the top? This doesn't have it. I said, what is a Rotary Club? And then it just says, people ask, what does the Rotary Club do? Our mission, we provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through our fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders.
It's a front for the Illuminati.
I mean, that if that wasn't done by the Rothsteins and the whatever.